Okay, we are going to continue with the weekly all signs love readings. They're collective readings by zodiac sign. I've already done Aries and Taurus. I've already done Gemini and Cancer. Today we're on Leo and Virgo. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, this is Jenny at 7 Chakras Tarot. Let's get up the live on the laptop so I can control what's happening in the chat. I'm not going to burn sage today just because it can be a bit stinky. And I'm a pro. I know how to relax myself and channel. Without always doing that. Okay, so I've got the chat up now. Let's just put a note, no personal questions. Personal readings available. Why do I type one-handed? It hurts so bad. Ouch. Okay, let's get started. Right, so we are using the Solar Kingdom tarot deck. I've put a lamp on because it's very rainy outside today in the UK, but we need the rain. We've had a lot of drought this summer. Oh, let me get the card. There we are, Leo. We're starting off with Leo. I've got a new deck for you. It's the Tranquil Harmony Japandi Oracle deck. For the end of the reading, I'm using the crystals, the stone deck in the background there, and I've mixed up some of my other message card decks just to like keep it fresh. And I think I forgot to do these at the end of the reading yesterday, so I must remember to do them. But I love this deck. This is the Parts of Me deck, for sort of thinking about ourselves and our actions and like what might be causing us to do what we're doing. So yeah, so let's get it started. We'll have some shuffles. Let's see what's going on for our Leos in this final week of August. seem to be having internet issues today. Hopefully it holds out. It might be the weather. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this final week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in the future? Let's look at Leo's qualities. Leo the Lion, element fire, ruling planet the Sun. Generous, loyal and proud. Quality fixed. Generous, loyal and proud. Definitely. One of my nephews is a Leo. I always get hunted by Leos as well. I do like me a Leo. How's Leo feeling? Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take this as being in the challenge position. It's the Hanged Man. When the Hanged Man is upright, it's putting yourself in, a fixed position. We're not moving in this image, okay? It's someone that's... Oh, Abe. Get out of here. I love these cards. I'm never getting away from them. If you don't like tarot, don't come into the channel, babe. I am at one with the cards, so yeah. You're in the wrong place to talk about witchcraft. The Hanged Man, yeah, it's someone that's trying to see things from another point of view because they don't want to make any mistakes, okay? And Leos, I'm not going to lie, you can struggle with that. I see you more like this, like I don't make mistakes. It must be someone else's fault. That's a bit of shade, but like you are, you're proud. You have like a strong ego. You're very attractive in many ways. What you look like, you do tend to be very successful. But you can think that you do no wrong, and a little bit of reflection tends to come later on, once more mature, more evolved. Okay, so this is the challenge, is like, can I see things from another point of view? Okay, could I have got this wrong? Leos do wiggle before they pounce. It's very amusing to watch. Page of Pentacles reversed. Page of Pentacles upright is someone who is looking to invest time, money and energy, and they're not sure where to invest it, okay? They haven't really got anyone in mind. They're just kind of open to the idea of dating. When it's reversed, it's being closed off to the idea of investing any time, money and energy into something. Okay, so you might be thinking, I'm just not, like, I don't trust anyone right now, or I don't feel like I've got time, or there's not really anyone who's worthy of my, what I can give them, like, I'm too good for that, like. I didn't mean that in like a snotty way. I just think that when Leo chooses someone, it's because they view them as an emperor or an empress. They see them as high value. Leos are looking for the prize, they're looking for the best that they can get in every aspect. They want someone who's loyal to them, like a ride or die. So you're obviously not in a mood to finesse someone and just have fun with someone, because we're not seeing any one's energy here. What we're seeing is pentacles. So like, you're probably looking for a proper relationship right now. The Magician upright, the Six of Cups upright, the full moon. I'm so good at this, you know. Right, see, the Magician is someone that's trying to manifest their dreams into a reality. The Six of Cups is a soulmate, okay? So we are not interested in people that just look nice on the outside but are like vacuous on the inside. You know, we're not looking for anyone that we're going to clash with in terms of work ethics or someone that's unambitious, lackadaisical. We're not looking for anyone who is going to get in the way of our goals and dreams, okay? We're looking for a soulmate. We're looking for someone who we think has good values, who we could take home to mum or dad, who we could, you know, bring up children, you know, under the role modelling of that person. So we're looking for someone who's benign, someone who is a thinker, someone who is responsible, someone who's caring, loving, has healthy attachment. You know, we're looking for a soulmate, someone that views us to be valuable as well, like someone respectful. So the full moon is like all the emotions coming to the surface, okay? So you could well be reflecting on not just what you want, but what you don't want any more of. You know what you want and you're asking the universe to provide it, okay? You're ready and you want it, but you're not going to suffer any fools, not at all. That pentacle is tucked down in the back pocket. I've never had that combination before. That's a nice combination. Isn't it going to be a blood moon soon? The good thing about having the laptop open is I can Google stuff like that. Summer is ending with a blood moon lunar eclipse. In the early hours of Friday. See, Thursday night. Tomorrow night. 3:33. It starts. Oh, 2:23. 3:33 and 5:12 it'll finish. Oh, sorry, it'll be at its maximum at 5:12, so it's early morning. Early morning on Friday. Well, I'll have to stay awake for that one then. Don't worry, I stay up that late anyway. I'm going to plug my laptop in. Okay, so not tonight, but tomorrow night, stay up late if you want to see the blood moon, because it's going to be between 2:30 and about 6:30 in the morning. It's going to be at its maximum at like 5:30 in the morning. I love this time of year, you know, coming towards like harvest time. Hi, Ivy Cosmic, Ash Cake, Ragnar Wolf, Odin. What's very Viking? So Leo's looking for a soulmate. Leo's not playing, not messing around, not whatsoever, okay? Very serious. When Leo sets their mind on something, you know, they're goal-orientated, action-orientated, they have like a laser-focused vision on what it is that they want. You know, we've got clear cards of manifesting. I know what I want. I want a soulmate, and I'm going to have a soulmate, and they're going to be the best that I can find. It's such an honour if a Leo picks you to be their one, okay, their one and only. Because a Leo is very outward, okay, so like when they achieve something, and they will see like picking a partner as like they found the best that they can find, and they see that as an achievement, just like a career achievement or, you know, any other kind of goal. That's, you know, like reflective. They think that's reflective of their own successes, okay, and what they're worth. So you're like a trophy, basically. You're laser focused on the like button. Let's see who's coming in for Leo then. God, we've done a big, we need like a drum roll now, don't we? Because we've done a big build up. Da, 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 da. Right, so someone that's showing up for Leo, that's weird. They've got the 2 of Swords and then the 2 of Wands. See, that's like, not today. I don't want to deal with this today. See how they're blindfolded and they're in the dark, and they've got this crossed body language with the swords, like, nobody disturb me. I don't want to talk about whatever this is. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Ash Cake. 2 of Wands is a planning phase. Oh my god, I feel like these are different cards, but they're saying the same thing. Don't you feel like if someone's planning, but they don't want to be disturbed, they've kind of like shut themselves away in an office and they're like really seriously like knuckling down. They've locked in. This person is locked in. They don't want to be disturbed because they're planning, okay, maybe they're also planning to meet a soulmate. Let's get a couple more cards. They're very serious. It's a very serious reading, this one. Super serious. What have we got here? The 9 of Wands. I saw that one first, and then the 3 of Swords fell out. Reversed. So, okay. This person is the wounded warrior. They've been through quite a lot, and they feel like they're just starting to recover from heartbreak. So that's why they don't want to be messed around. Okay, they don't want to be messed around, like do not disturb. You know, like when you walk past different doors in like a hotel floor, and people have got like do not disturb on. That's what this person's put outside. The do not disturb card is like out there. Oh, hi Christina. Yeah, we've got a couple of mods in the house. Always appreciated. The midday sun. The midday sun is like the high point, okay? It's the high point of happiness in a relationship. It's right in the middle where everything's at its strongest, its best. Just like the sun in the middle of the day. It's at its highest point. It's shining the brightest, the strongest. let's get 3 cards for the outcome. I wonder if this person's a fire sign. Because they look like they are loyal. Maybe they've been loyal to someone to a fault. They're a planner. You know, they don't have to be fire. If they're a planner, they could be a Virgo. If they're a micromanager, they could be a Virgo. But if they're action orientated, they could be Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, couldn't they? That's just fallen down. Let's get you back. Boo. Lunar eclipse reversed in the outcome. The lunar phases are really important. Like, think about ancient civilizations. People would have received the only light at night time from the moon and the stars. So a full moon would have been very comforting. And as the phases, you know, go through and you get to the end of the moon, and you're waiting for a new moon, there would be like high anticipation of that new phase. Feel like with the light blocked out, see how all the emotions are like crashing around. Like, this water is it's demonstrating like high emotions, and you've got this sword that's falling down. You've got water, you know, filling up this cup. You've got this bleeding heart that's aflame. You know, it's so evocative and emotive and provocative. You know, it's just, there's a lot of emotion there. So with that reversed and the midday sun being upright, isn't it strange how many like moon cards we've got here? They've got full moon. And then we've got this lunar eclipse reversed. It's like the sun upright. They're all saying the same thing. Like, all those 3 are like overcoming adversity, finding calm, finding peace. You know, things becoming new again, things being at the strongest. So it's like overcoming adversity and tough times. And that person's clearly been through heartbreak. They're the wounded warrior, and they're recovering from a broken heart. Look, they've reached happiness again. Hi, I don't answer questions in the personal chat. I don't answer personal questions in the chat, but you can watch your sign or the sign of your person. I'm just hiding the question because I don't want people to copy and think that I'm answering questions, okay? I love tarot, you know. Makes me feel really like focused and happy and like entertained. And it's therapeutic. We've got 2 cards that flew out and went in opposite directions. They're both reversed. We've got the Hermit reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Let's talk about them upright. So, the Hermit is, in the story of the Major Arcana, the Hermit, the Fool realises that he must walk this part of the journey alone because the answers lie within him. Okay, there's been obstacles, there's been, you know, really big challenges. And at this point, we can't ask other people what went on in the relationship, what was my part, what was their part. It's a time for self-reflection, introspection, you know, hiding yourself away and thinking about what was done, what was said, you know, and what happened that we didn't like and what we want going forwards in the future. So that's a really good card. It's healthy, it's a healthy way to be. To be reflective after a relationship ends is very important. Give yourself 6 months or a year. If we never look back, like that's not very mature, is it? Like, we're not kind of taking accountability or stopping to think, did I make any mistakes there, or did I say something I shouldn't have, or do something I shouldn't have? Could I have done that better? The same for the other person. Like, am I putting up boundaries, or am I letting someone walk all over me? Like, it's a good thing for both people to stop and think. And some people will spiral and just go and numb themselves and go out partying, and some people will just say, oh, it's all their fault, and just never look back or take any accountability. So it's time to heal, but time to process and get focused on what you want going forward. The Queen of Pentacles is earthly energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's about being calm, stable, fixed, abundant, slow moving, but secure. Any progress made is steady and secure. A generous person, someone that likes to create a calm environment that's luxurious, buy themselves things as a reward, buy things for other people. It's their love language, but they don't like too much spontaneity. They don't like too many surprises. It's someone that likes a conventional dating scenario, because that tells them where they stand and that makes them feel secure. And they need consistency, okay? And where they feel like there's inconsistency, that's very unnerving for someone who's in this energy. They don't have to be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. They could have those placements, but basically we can all embody these kind of like energies depending on what's going on with us. We might be like, do you know what? I just don't want any drama. Like, I need like calm. And that's what this person looks like: calm, secure, stable, peaceful, happy, serene. It's a nice picture. There's lots of flowers blooming, everything's organized, she's looking good, the skies are clear. It's just like, it's all organized, but it's like calm and serene. So, and it's comfortable and there's plenty. So let's turn them round, and what we've got is money falling out of the pocket, loss of time, money and energy, because that's what Pentacles are: increments of time, money and energy, and maybe a need to go into hermit mode. Let's get one more. Let's have a look. The Tower reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Five of Wands upright. The Tower that's been coming out a lot, hasn't it? The Tower, like, this week. It might continue to come out. That might be to do with astrology and how things are at the moment, how the planets are. But the Tower, when it's upright, is the landscape of your life changing, and it's all, being pulled down and torn down. So, your relationship status, where you work, where you live, everything changing. Something very dramatic changing. Maybe one aspect, maybe the relationship, someone breaks up with you, that would be a Tower moment. You're no longer in a relationship. That's a major element of your life changing. Maybe you get evicted from where you're living. That would be a Tower moment. Your boss tells you, I'm really sorry, but we've got to let you go. Private investors have bought the company, and we're rejigging everything. We're restructuring. and it's, you know, our hands being forced kind of thing, get made redundant. That's a Tower moment. So it's something major. When it's reversed, we're trying to stop the Tower from falling. We're fighting something that's inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable that the Tower's going to fall, but we're trying to resist it. The Knight of Cups, when it's upright, is, you know, it's that Romeo and Juliet energy. Like, I think someone's really special. Look at these waterfalls in the background. I think someone's really special, like my emotions are running high, I feel abundant, I feel like I got my ducks in a row and I want to go towards this person and tell them, you know, like, I think they're wonderful, like, in every way. I like who they are, you know, as well as what they look like. It's not a sexual energy, and it's not necessarily, like, serious commitment yet. But it is being loyal to a person, so it's commitment in the sense of maybe not money, but the heart is completely governed, you know, by, like, I need this person, like, they're fixated on a particular person. It's not like, oh, I just want, you know, I just want to get my leg over or something like that, and I don't care who it is. This is like, I love everything that this person is. It's about love, okay? The Knight of Cups, knights are in active pursuit, so they gallop towards the person that they want. You know, they go and get them. It's a dating card. That's reversed. So we're trying to stop the Tower from falling by not dating. We're not letting our heart rule our head this time. And the Five of Wands is inner conflict or external conflict. I would suggest with what we've got here, that this is internal conflict. So mixed emotions, I'm conflicted, like, should I date or shouldn't I? Maybe, you know, you get to a point you don't trust your own judgment anymore because you let your heart rule your head last time and it didn't work out. So it's like trying to prevent disaster, you know, like based off of like maybe previous experience of disaster. You are mirroring one another, you're both looking seriously, but I think this person is more like they don't really trust themselves at the moment because they got really hurt last time. You're similar in that you're not going to rush into anything and you are looking for proper love, proper loyalty, and something that, you know, has legs. I didn't mean that like in a literal way, but it's funny if you take it literally. Hi Sandash, is it Sandash? I don't answer questions in the chat. If you want a personal reading, you can book one. I don't answer questions in my lives, okay? Let's get messages from this person then. 8 legs. I just removed an 8-legged lovely from my room. I'm just visualizing like what that would look like. I am enjoying my summer. Yeah, I've got so lackadaisical. It's outrageous. I've become a student. The teacher's no longer the teacher. The teacher's now the student. That's student life. That basically means it's time to go back when it's got to that degree. You hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. So I'm not going to take that as a message from them to you. I shouldn't really have done that because I see this as a new person. So I'm going to put that to the side. We know this person got hurt by the last person that they were with. I don't want people to get confused. Because I think it's a new person, let's have a look at when this person's going to come in. So around March, so springtime, early spring, you're going to meet someone. And that makes sense to me because, guys, you're looking for a proper soulmate and so are they. So it's not going to be like every person you cross, is it? You know, if it's someone that really, truly matches you and you're manifesting it in, then I would say divine timing is at play and the divine's going to have your order ready. Your order is being shipped and it is going to be, you know, at your house around March time. I don't know why I've gone silly. Do you want me to have a look at what this person dealt with last time? Or should we do that? Just because I feel like it's going to be a bit of a short reading otherwise. So this is like, we're going to look at what this person dealt with previously with their last person because they did get really hurt. Negativity and someone being hoity-toity, okay? So they could have dated someone who's a bit of a snob and a bit of a knob. Champagne taste, beer budget, arrogant, pretentious. They could have got used for money. Like a dark cloud above you are depressed, extreme moods. Yeah, see, someone could have had really high demands, high expectations, constantly making them cough up, or is that all you've booked for our anniversary? Or, you know, they just think like always the other person should pay, or they're never happy with something sentimental. It has to be really expensive, or they're too superficial. They care too much what other people think. They could be classist. I don't know, but they were dealing with someone who's hoity-toity, yeah. Champagne taste is like at the high end, isn't it? Like you could take someone out for dinner and then like if it always has to be champagne, it's like surely they've got some sort of issue, haven't they? Like some sort of complex about like what other people think, you know, or like it really is true, the best things in life are free. So, you know, I like can have like a strange kind of day and feel a bit weird and a bit odd, and then if I go to the seaside and it's just like, I don't know, even like some days when it's been cloudy or whatever, but there's like a sunset because it's summertime, I just feel like so much better. And that wasn't like an expensive necklace or a bracelet, or do you know what I mean? It didn't cost like, you know, hundreds of pounds or thousands of pounds. It wasn't a handbag. It wasn't. You've got to be. And if you're thinking about relationships, you know, someone just like taking your hand and holding it can just, it just fills your heart with happiness and makes you smile from the inside out. You feel loved and you feel like safe and secure. It doesn't cost anything, does it? See, someone who just always requires like the highest tier of everything is just a bit of a knob, to be honest. And it doesn't mean that someone's posh because they, you know, they're demanding. They might not be from a good background, but they're just a greedy Saurus, a greedy guts. You're kind of like losing in life as well if you're constantly chasing branded stuff as well. You're kind of losing in life, aren't you? Because you're the mug playing into the hands of people who are just like what it's actually worth to make that. You're actually buying the look of the brand, like the concept of the brand, the name. So it's, you know, people who are like cultured and classy, they don't wear labels like that. Awakened rebirth, become conscious, stay aware, and embrace the renewal of your essence. Solely refuge, in solitude's embrace, singles find the strength to regroup and rediscover their path. That is exactly what this person's doing. Okay? They are in solitude, they're rediscovering their path. It is the simple things, like we played a board game around the table and that made me feel really good. And like we're all looking at each other laughing and just like, I don't know, like a woman walked past me pushing, it was a couple walked past me pushing a mum in a wheelchair, and she just gave me the like most gorgeous smile, and it was like a happiness shot, do you know what I mean? It was just like an injection straight into my heart. I can't describe like how it made me feel right the way across my body. So I like stuff is nice, but I'm not playing into the whole like, oh my god, I've got to have a £500 watch or a £500 bag, or someone's not boyfriend material if they can't give me, do you know what I mean? It's just like, what are you on about? I don't want a broke, but it's like you're a bit vacuous if the most important thing is like, you know, it's just, no, try hard. You would try hard if you like trying to impress everyone all the time. Love story, once upon a time. Yeah, there was real love. It's a shame. I always take that as like someone trying to be loyal and faithful, you know, like despite someone's misgivings. Broken mirrors, addictions, a roller coaster, toxic connection. Okay, so there was like an emotional up and down all the time in the situation. Arguments would break out. See, this is not between you and them. If you're just coming in now, it's the person that's going to be coming in for you in the future. This is what they dealt with in their last relationship. Okay. You've come further than you think. A lot of growth is happening. It's through challenge that we grow the most, you know. It's not when everything's fine and dandy. In fact, we're liable to make some seriously big mistakes because everything's been so good for so long. We might think that that's just happening easily, but there's often a lot going on to keep stability and to maintain stability by yourself, by people around you, and someone chaotic could really upset the apple cart, couldn't they? Let's have a look at parts of me to see how you're showing up and how this person's showing up. That's not parts of me, so I don't know why I'm doing that. It's here. It's because I put the decks in a different place. So Leo's looking like an imitator, blends in to avoid standing out or rejection. They're looking like An angry shield uses anger to project your most vulnerable parts. See, they're looking like someone who's, oh my god, look at that. They're looking like someone who's pushing people away because their heart can't take it anymore, okay? So it's someone who gets angry instead of getting upset. And some people say, don't get, don't cry, like, we'll sort it out, I'll get so-and-so to beat so-and-so up, or, do you know what I mean? That's more common in certain backgrounds. So you could be from a certain background where your family were like, you don't get upset, get angry, do something to get revenge, or like, have a fight with someone, or like, but that's very difficult to stop things from escalating. That's like throwing petrol onto a bonfire, that, isn't it? That's not helpful at all. What we need to do is exercise personal power, and you can talk about what someone's done to you, you can report what someone's done to you, you can rationalise it, and you can say that they're probably unhappy in their own lives, or I know who I am, I know what I'm worth. It's very difficult to respond in the correct way, or if your parents have taught you to lash out at people, that do something stupid towards you, like, or if you're just always in an environment because the people around you do that and you recognise it to be wrong, but you've learned to kind of like push people away because you don't want to get angry at them or lose your temper or smash things up. Sometimes people push people away because they're just like, it's shameful to cry, or it's shameful to get upset in front of people. So they don't ever reveal their emotions, like how they truly feel. If they're feeling sad or defeated, no, they're not going to have anybody observe that. Where really you should be reaching out to others for support. If you're drowning in the middle of the sea and people are coming towards you with them life rings, you should be grabbing onto a life ring and like cooperating with them. But this is someone that will just drown because they're like, I don't need help from anyone, and thank you very much for embarrassing me by like looking at me while I'm crying. Do you know what I mean? It's nonsense. They thrash about and like push you away or something, or just, start punching the water. Like that's gonna solve things, like. Yeah, you're certainly not going to put yourself out there unless someone's worth it. And it may be more like a sense of, I don't want another failed relationship, or I don't want another failed marriage, like more ego driven. But also like ego exists to protect, the heart. So yeah, it's disappointment, a sense of failure, making a mistake, making a malinvestment, wasting time, not meeting your own kind of like milestones that you've set for yourself, deadlines that you set for yourself. As a Leo, you're probably very driven by goals and deadlines, and you want to achieve things by a certain time frame. So you don't like being made a fool of. You don't want to waste time or feel like something was a bad investment. And you're looking for loyalty, you're not looking for a traitor. Okay, what's this person going to like or love? Because we're looking at a future prediction. I'm saying like or love, it's going to be love, isn't it? What's this person going to love about Leo? My temper's terrifying if it does get to that point, but it'd take a lot to get me to that point, unless it's someone says something. I argue with my dad sometimes about politics, but we love each other, so we would just like back down and like, do you know what I mean? It's not worth falling out about stuff. I can feel all the love you are sending me. It's electrifying. I daydream of our future together. This person's just going to be besotted with you. They're going to see you as very high caliber. You know, they're going to look at you and you're going to be instantly impressive, and they're going to like, you know, the cut of your jib. They're just going to be like, oh my gosh, this big lion with this beating heart, like this one's for me, whether you're a man or a woman. You know, they're going to see you as someone who's goal orientated, hard working, you achieve, you look good doing it, and you're charismatic. Yeah, and sociable as well, so. And loyal, so, you know, they're going to be thrilled. Let's get a crystal card for you. Hiddenite. That's funny, considering the card that we got for you was about hiding, being an imitator. That's what it looks like. What it is, a variety. Oh God, what's this? Of spud, you mean? I never snort. Like, that's probably like the second time in my lifetime that I've snorted. Hiddenite's green aura emanates the warm and fuzzies. If you tap into the stone's frequency and feel the buzz, you must have a big heart. Use it. Who needs it? French existentialists, future trippers, and bad romantics. Maybe they need it as well. Where to put it? Hiddenite, like its cuddly pink cousin, kunzite, should be aimed at the heart. When to use it? When you find yourself stuck in the past or too focused on the future, Hiddenite is down to make the most of every moment. If you're in a rut, call on Hiddenite to help you love your way out of it. Claim your happy place. This person definitely needs a bit of that. Okay. You know, you've got the Hermit, you've got the Hanged Man. You know, you both in need of a bit of Hiddenite, a bit of the warm and fuzzies, so that you can put yourselves out there again. Sunstone. Oh my God, how apt is that for Leo? Sunstone, that's what it looks like. Sunstone emanates feel-good vibes of warmth and radiance. The stone's orange and red sparkling light effect, aka spangling, aka, oh, what's this? Adventurescence or adventure sense. I'm normally quite good with reading things out, but this is challenging. Adventure sense. Anyway, we'll move on from that. That's so funny. Don't apologise for snorting. We don't blame pigs for doing the same thing. Oh God. Axero, I know you've asked a question, but I don't answer questions in the chat. Okay, you can book a personal reading, or you can watch your sign or the sign of your person. You can cross-watch. Where are we up to? The one I can't pronounce is the result of copper inclusions reflecting light from within. Oh, how nice is that? Who needs it? Fellas looking to operate on a higher plane. The vitamin D deprived, all solar-powered human beings do not in fact harvest life force by turning up the brightness on their smartphones. Where to put it? The sass from this. Anywhere you're looking for a boost in stamina, first thought, the gym. Sure, bro. When to use it? Whenever it's time to get busy, or when your disposition needs a little sunnying up. So you're being given the warm and fuzzies and some sunshine, okay? It's time to soften up, to defrost, okay? Hiddenite and sunstone. Get outside, let the sun be on your face, yeah? Turn off the phone. Don't go out for a walk and put earbuds in, okay? Listen to nature sounds. You've got time to watch stuff on your phone later, listen to stuff on your phone later. Listen to music later, you know, in the car or wherever. It's a great way to, you know, calm you down, put yourself in a better mood, using your personal power. But when you're in nature, don't blot it out, okay? You need to reconnect. And yeah, if you've been inside too much hermiting, if you've been locked in your office or with a do not disturb sign on, just get out in nature. You don't have to be around people necessarily, but you will feel so much more grounded and optimistic, I promise you. You are of this planet. You're not separate to it. You're of the planet. You're of the animal kingdom, you know, like, so act like one. Go swing on a tree or something. Go and jump in a puddle, swing on a tree, do something an animal would do. Lie down in the grass. Take your shoes and socks off and put them white feet in the sand and be an animal. Right, what else? So I've done crystals. Japandi. So this is coming in for you. You're getting a soulmate, someone who's, you know, seriously, like, their heart is going to be open to love. They want to be loyal. Around March. Envision your future. Envision your future. Okay, so what the crystal cards were telling us was that perhaps you're dwelling on the past. It's okay to reflect, but think about it the appropriate amount of time and then allow yourself to move on, okay? The best way to manifest what you would like and what you do want, oh gosh, I need to plug my phone in, hang on, is to think about, you know, the future you would like for yourself, not to think about the past all the time, okay? I need to do this now because we're on 4%. That's not good. It's about to turn off. 3%. Ah! Okay. Yeah, so hindsight, okay, looking back at the past is one thing. Don't look the wrong way down your telescope, though. Look the right way into the distance, okay? Over that horizon is your future. And you should be, looking for it. But how do you know, like, where to navigate towards? How do you know, what's going to be served up to you? How can the universe bring you your manifestations and use divine timing to serve up what you want? You're at the spiritual drive-through, the spiritual McDonald's. What is it that you want to order? Okay, really have a think about it and picture that house that you'd like to live in, that person, the kind of person. We're not going to capture anyone and make anyone be with us, but what qualities do you want in a person? Would you like someone that's more reliable? Would you like someone who's more consistent? Would you like someone who, has the same beliefs as you, the same values? Would you like someone who's a bit more down to earth? Would you like someone who is a bit more worldly wise, a bit more cultured, someone who's more mature? What is it that you're looking for? What do you picture yourselves doing on a day-to-day basis? Whereabouts would you? I always think about a house by the beach. If I can watch a sunset every single day, I'll be happy, guys. Like, I will be so happy. But at the sea, like, yes. So I do take time to picture it, but I must confess, most of the time I'm thinking about what's on my mind, what's bothering me. So it's important to take a few minutes and think about, visualize it and say it out loud as well. This is the kind of life that I'm actually looking for. Whenever you see 1111, ask for it. You'll get it in about a year's time. Lionsgate, we've just had, that's something that can come in instantly. The portal is wide open on Lionsgate, 8th of the 8th, every single year. But the universe will throw you a bone when it shows you the number 1111. And I mean, like, you're not sitting on your phone waiting for it to turn 1111, but if the clock is 11:11 when you glance up from doing your essay, or like whatever it is that you're like busy doing, or someone sends you a text and it's arrived at 11:11, like, that means something. The universe is asking you before it turns 11:12. Tell them what you want, okay? Tell them what you want, because they're throwing you a bone. You've been a good man or a good woman. You've been a good person, and they want to, give you something that you really like. That's how you manifest, okay? That's how you be the magician and you create the life that you want. You got to know what it is that you want and visualize it and talk about that and actively work towards it. But the universe will help you out, because the magician card's made up of all 4 aces: the ace of wands, the ace of pentacles, the ace of cups, and the ace of swords. And aces are us thinking about and taking action, and that is met with good luck from the universe, okay? The universe will throw you a bone when they see you working hard towards something or trying to do better or be better. It's always rewarded. Always rewarded. I don't know, I just feel like I've missed something, but I think it's just because we didn't get message cards. But this is like a proper, this is like the one coming in March, so you should be happy with that. All right, take care. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up, drop me some comments, and I will see you in the next one. If you would like a more personal reading, it's £25. You can email me at jen3585@gmail.com, or you can direct message on Instagram or TikTok. Basically, I tell you, here's my bank details, or here's my link to my PayPal. As soon as I receive payment of £25, I film it, and then I send you the link to it. It's an unlisted video on YouTube, it doesn't use up any space on your phone or my phone. It can't get lost. And it's there for as long as you want it to be there. You know, if you ask me to take it down, but basically you could come back to it and re-watch it if you wanted. You can watch it on the telly, on your phone, on your iPad, whatever, at your own leisure. They're usually 30 minutes, but they can be a lot longer, as you've seen with my readings, so it's definitely value for money. And it'll be same day. You know, a lot of readers have you waiting around for like a week or more. So, same day for the next few days at least. And then, you never know, I might have to say 2 days or something, but it's never going to be a week. So we are going to go on to Virgo. Where are you, Virgo? There we are. Virgo, the Virgin, element, earth, loyal, analytical, kind. Why are Virgos called the Virgin though? Ruling planet, Mercury, quality, mutable. I have to look into that. Loyal, analytical, kind. Is Christina Virgo? Are you Virgo? You working in the garden, are you? Gardening's so good for your mental health and your physical health as well. Life carries on in nature, doesn't it? No matter what. No matter what. Especially like when you've experienced grief or something, you go in the garden, it can really help you, whether it's like, you know, bereavement or you're in grief because you've lost a relationship or something. Or maybe your whole life has changed. Gardening is therapy. It literally is. I love seeing the ants just going back and forth like a little army. Like, they're just busy. They're not holding their heads in their hands like going, what about my ex? They ain't doing that. And flowers shine just as beautifully, you know. Yeah, they close up a little bit when the sun's gone during the night, but then they bloom the next day. You know, they open back up again and they're just as beautiful. So I think nature is very, very healing. It's so, honestly, like, if you are really struggling, like, either get in your own garden or just go and walk around the parks, the woods, go in someone else's garden. Obviously with permission. I think touching earth should be part of therapy. I love having my socks off. I will like walk on the paving slabs I will, walk on the grass. Oh, why? I don't know why. There's so many sensory receptors in your feet. And it's just really grounding. It's just really like you feel like you're part of the planet again instead of like, I think of our minds just, I don't know why they make us feel so removed from everything and so hopeless all the time. Like, yeah, I love putting my feet in the sand. I love putting my feet in the sea. The feet are going everywhere. I think that's why I like pottery as well, because I'm working with the earth and I'm getting all my hands in it, and do you know what I mean? It's very sensory. I don't know if sensorial is a word. Sensitive. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Virgo's highest good. How is Virgo feeling in this final week of August 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Virgo is feeling, please. So Virgo, you've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed, the lunar eclipse reversed, and the new moon reversed. Three of Pentacles, when it's upright, is teamwork, community, cooperation, collaboration. People coming together, contributing time, money and energy. And achieving like a goal or, working on a project. I'm going to have to take my jumper off. I'm too hot for some reason. But that's reversed. So when it's reversed, there's a sense of like, someone really is not being cooperative in a situation. Someone or some people. Because this is a love reading. Lunar eclipse. See how I was talking about this card earlier, if you've stayed on. It's highly emotive, a full moon. And when the moon is eclipsed, I think it's like trying to stabilize oneself, trying to quell these like high emotions. You can feel overwhelmed, really, really overwhelmed. Oh gosh, everything's running out of battery. I'll turn that lamp off. We're just, completely drained in every kind of way. Over here. What was I saying? Yeah, the moon is, a source of light for ancient civilizations, or if you're in a very remote sort of a tribal place or somewhere that's just really desolate and isolated. At night, it's a source of light, and when that's completely eclipsed, that's not good. It would be like a lack of comfort, high emotion, turmoil. Look at these waves crashing around. So with that being reversed, we're trying to calm down our emotions. However, the new moon and the start of a new phase, and we've got this shooting star, this wish. Is she trying to catch it? What's she holding? It looks like a cup, doesn't it? Or a bowl or something like that. I think. Oh, is that a cup and the water's pouring out of it? and in the other hand she's trying to catch the star. So it's a bit like the major for Aquarius, isn't it? Like cleansing, healing. Oh, nice. And then everything's starting to grow and recover again. Look at these flowers. Nothing's really, it's all overwhelmed in this one with the water and the emotions. But this one, we've got growth, renewal with the tree that's got little, buds on it. And the spring flowers. So this is a sense of renewal after dark, light after dark. However, that's reversed. So I think we're still struggling with our emotions. I have to talk them through, guys, because otherwise I don't know what it's all meaning. Sorry. You won't get a 10-minute read here. I go deep. It's a deep dive. I think when people rush through readings, they just make kind of presumptions and they don't really care what they're saying and they rush through it. And it's just not very helpful. Doesn't tell you a lot when you do that. Oh my god, that's most of the deck. Look how many cards came out. That's ridiculous. Don't worry, I'm going to look at them all, okay? So we're finishing with the Fool, which is a new phase. We've got the Rising Sun reversed. The Lovers upright, major for Gemini. Wheel of Fortune upright. That's Dharma, that's good karma, that. Learning lessons, Page of Swords, communication or observation. Knight of Cups reversed, not wearing our heart on our sleeve. Seven of Wands reversed, feeling defeated. Six of Swords reversed, unable to transition into a new chapter. The High Priestess reversed, not trusting our own intuition. The Four of Wands reversed, lack of stability. The Chariot upright, a major goal or aim, major arcana for Cancer. Being hugely determined to go towards something we really want. The Midday Sun, major happiness. The Two of Wands, a planning phase, and the Fool, ready to take a leap of faith. Wow. That was quite the narrative. That was quite a story, that. That was like a trilogy, that one, wasn't it? See, the rising sun, the midday sun, and the setting sun are they're a bit like the beginning, the middle, and the end of a relationship. When the sun's rising, it starts to get good. When it's at its highest point in the middle of the day, it's at its strongest, the relationship's at its strongest. When it's setting, we're coming to the end of a relationship, okay? So the happiness starts to go. So the rising sun reversed is like the opposite of a new phase. It's like, almost like rejecting a new phase. Some people say the Lovers is a choice, but I don't read the Lovers like that. The Lovers is a soulmate, a divine union. It's a card of like, in the 5D, you both agreed to be together in the 3D. This contract was prearranged, preordained, and predetermined. So it is the twin, major for Gemini, the twins, they're two peas from a pod. Of course, they match each other. They're supposed to be together. So very intense, very, very intense. I mean, if we don't overthink it, it was hard to close a chapter. It was really, really difficult, but we're now ready. We are now ready for a new phase. Cat purrs are healing, yeah. It's very relaxing. Like, I think it's because when cats are like curled up next to you or sat on you, you're hearing their breathing, aren't you? And their little heart beating away, and then they smile and they just look really cute and happy and they mean well. They sort of put like nice energy on you, don't they? And they come and sit by you when you're not well and stuff like that. Like they just know. Oh. Is it resonating, Christina? That's good. Let's get one final one for how you're feeling, and then we'll do the fun bit and see what comes through for you. Oh, guys, I haven't watched Leo the Otter on TikTok for ages. She turns around in the water. She lives free in the wild, but basically, like, she was looked after when she was little because she was found as a baby. And she would have died, you know, because I think she'd, I don't know if the mum had been, like, hit by a car or something. Well, basically the baby was, like, by itself and it would have just died. So this guy, Matt's, what country is it in? Is it, I can't remember if it's Denmark or Sweden. But it's in the woods. It's a cabin in the woods. And so he's, like, got this cabin in the woods. And the otter comes to visit him. She's independent. She's fully independent, and she likes swimming and turning around the water. And they're just water babies. Like, it's so cute. And then he's got this kayak, and the nature scenes and the music that he puts on. There's no talking. It's just sometimes he does a voiceover to explain a bit, but mostly it's just nature. Beautiful. I think he's up very early in the morning for sunrise, and she, like, gets in the kayak and then she gets out and swims down, then comes back up with these, like, I think they're crabs, and then eats them in the kayak. And it's just a cute, like, so she chooses to come and visit. It's like, you know, it's not like, oh, I put jumpers on it and it's I want one and all that crap. I can't stand that. We don't own animals like that. We shouldn't be, you know, going, ooh, I want one. I want to put it in my house and make it live like that. It's a wild animal. It should be out and free, you know. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is arguments, verbal disagreements, anger, pain, communication that's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Swords of communication and knowledge. So let's get some cards to see who's showing up for you, because you're healed and you are ready. It's not been easy. They've got the Hierophant reversed, so that's the major arcana for Taurus. The Hierophant is the teacher. This is someone who has experienced a lot of life on this earth, okay? They have been through a lot. They've experienced a lot. They've done a lot. They've seen a lot. They've been a lot of places. They've made mistakes and they've learnt the lessons, okay? They're no longer the student. They're not sitting listening to other people's lectures. They're now the teacher. They're delivering the lectures, okay? It's not your time I'm wasting. No, it's not that. It's your own time you're wasting. It's not your time you're wasting. That's true. They're wasting my time as well, but nothing worse than just seeing a bunch of faces looking out the window. And yet, we shall always see it. We're doomed to see it. The Hierophant is in this case reversed, okay? So we're not talking about, oh, I instinctively, you know that the world has a plan, or like everything just going to work out by itself. It's not really to do with trust. This is to do with lived experience. So I made mistakes. I learned from them. The teacher wants to help other people to avoid making the same mistakes that they did. It's lived experience. They've clocked up the mileage. They've got experience with this, okay? When it's reversed, someone was foolish. They didn't do, you know, they knew better. They're old enough to know better. They knew better. They've got experience in life. They shouldn't have done what they did. Okay, and it's very possible that this person could be a Taurus as well. But the point of these cards is not only like to say what sign it is, it's to show, it's more to show that somebody was foolish. That's the meaning of this card when it's reversed. They did not use their good judgment. They went against their better judgment. They know better than to do what they did. "22 years of marriage, major betrayal on his side. I'm so sorry, that's awful. I've like found it difficult to recover from 3.5 years of being with someone. 22 years. Do you have children together? Not that it makes it any, like, you know, easier for someone who's been married for 22 years to try and make a life without that person. That's, you know, that is quite the journey. Ace of Cups upright. This person, they're either in a state of self-love or they're in love with you. They have a cup of abundance, a cup of, you know, emotion that's completely overflowing, and it's not just one small cup like a page of cups. It's one major cup. Okay, it's like thousands of little cups that a page would struggle to carry. See, this is love built up over many years. It's a deep love. Look at the two sets of wings here. So in these cards, we have hares and we have swans. And there's always a white swan and a black swan as the couple. And I've just noticed that there's a pair of white wings and there's a pair of black wings as well. So this is someone that's, they have so much love. And they feel that they made a terrible judgment, a misjudgment, a maljudgment, an error in judgment. Three children. Oh. Are they young or are they grown? The Star card reversed. The Star card, when it's upright, is the major arcana for Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer, okay? Because water is what we use to purify ourselves, to clean away dirt, to cleanse us. We get baptized in water. It washes away our sins. Water's wonderful. Water is amazing for animals, for humans, for Mother Earth, you know, for the plants. We work so hard, don't we, like all day, and there's people, you know, these poor people on this planet that would love to have access to a shower with hot water or a bath of hot water, or, you know, most of the earth is really struggling for water. But when you have, there's nothing like it. My ex used to say, I feel reborn. Like, he used to work on his feet all day, like rushing around on a really long shift in a busy supermarket cafe, and he'd come home and he'd get in the shower and he'd come out of the shower and he'd be like, I feel reborn. Like, it's about you know, healing, cleansing ourselves. Like, it's about 12, 17 and 20. Oh. Deep water skies. I know. Have you ever been on an excursion and then you say shark and see people looking around like, what? He was a Leo with a Cancer moon, which is water, isn't it? Yeah, water is healing. I can have such the shittiest day in winter time, have a bath, and I feel like I've been reborn. I feel like I've been baptized. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. After a long day teaching and a long commute, oh my god, get me in that bath. I'm so Scandinavian. I don't really have baths over the summer, but a shower, yeah. Oh, in the summer, a shower right before you get into bed. Oh, do it. Right, anyway, we've talked about water for a real long time. People are going to be like, oh my god, what's she on about? This is reversed though. So, this is someone who feels in love. They have so much love. They made a huge error in judgment. They know better than to do what they did. And they're not healed from this whole situation. Definitely not. Okay, because it's reversed. That water bearer card is reversed. So we've got Aquarius and Taurus. And we've got like water energy and earth energy, yeah, grounded and cleansing trying to happen. You've got earthiness and water, but you've got swords and fire as well. Are you in a planning phase and you're ready for new? So they're nowhere near where you're up to. If you look at these as timelines, like they're not over it, and that's often the case for people who let themselves down and, you know, ruin a perfectly good situation. I'm not saying every time it's wrong to divorce or split up, but once that family dynamic's gone, it's gone. You know, and that can be a real shame. Some people never get over that. Oh, bubble bath. I can't do bubbles too much, but I can do, what are they called? Bath salts. Because bubble baths itch my skin. Unfortunately, but I do like a bubble bath. Sometimes I just do it anyway. I have to use an oaty one, like a vino or something like that. My body doesn't like stuff. Just doesn't like stuff. Like pollen, hay, feathers, fur, dust, soap. Doesn't like it. 4 of Cups reversed. In the outcome, this is opening up the heart again, okay? Forgiving, moving on, ready to love again. Maybe someone new, though, this time. Hi, is it Divan or Divan? I'm not answering questions in the chat, but you can watch your sign or the sign of the one that you're interested in, or you can ask for a personal reading using my email or direct message on Instagram or TikTok. They're £25 though. Or you can click out of this live and go to when West One's doing a live Q&A. Did that one turn over? I don't know if that was meant to come out or not. Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah. We're not going to rush anything this time around. I'm going to get you another 2 because I just don't know if that was meant to be out or not. We've got the Judgment reversed. So that's not been out for a while, the Judgment. The Judgment, when it's upright, is like, look, time's ticking. The clock's ticking. What are you going to do about it? I'm trying to wake you up because there's some action. Yeah? Yes, please. No. That sounds weird. The Judgment is... Yeah, it's a call to act. The universe wants action to be taken. Like, hurry up, the clock's ticking. But it's being ignored. Someone's going to ignore the call to act. You know, when you get that feeling in your tummy, like weird, like adrenaline, like your body wants you to, your mind wants your body to go and like knock on someone's door or send that message or ring that person or do something, write that essay. And you get this like weird feeling like someone's poured a vial of something through like your intestines. It just feels weird, like. You grow rhubarb, it's best with custard. Oh, my mum's favourite. So we have a corner of our garden that gets completely saturated every single time. And the rhubarb fucking loves it. There's rhubarb for a whole village. And we don't have to do anything to it. It just keeps growing there and it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Guys, we're coming into that harvest like time of year, like Thanksgiving and like, oh yeah, root vegetables, soups, crumbles. You know, when all the berries are like ready to be picked, like blackberries, blackberry and apple, crumble or like tarts. Oh, stop. It's going to be pumpkin picking season. I'm sorry guys, but I got really excited. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I just really like it. I love Halloween. Ace of Swords in the challenge position. Ace of Swords is a major truth, clarity, a confession or a major revelation, and that's in the challenge position. When it's reversed, it's someone, you know, like the opposite of confession is a secret, or the opposite of a revelation is still being unenlightened, you know, still being in the dark or clueless about something, not knowing how you feel about it, a lack of clarity. So this is the challenge, is like, speak now or forever hold your peace. You know, like, if you need to go and get your person, go and get your person. If you're hurt as hell and you never communicated that, say it. If you said some stuff but you feel like you need to say more, say it. Get it off your chest. I feel like whether it's you or them or both of you, more needs to be said or done. Otherwise, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. And I'm not saying that to Virgo necessarily, but it could be. But this is all about like the universe trying to push you to take action, and action can sometimes be sending messages, speaking to someone, ringing someone, video calling someone, or meeting up with someone face to face and having it out. Like, get stuff off your chest, say it, express what you're feeling, because that'll really help you to get closure and like close out the chapter. Or if you're the person that's the cross watcher, you need to communicate like how sorry you are. You need to communicate like what something means to you, or like what you would like to happen now, or what's the best that you could hope for, and that. And you need to, even if it's just to say, I'm so sorry, like, I'm so sorry, even if like you see yourselves just continuing forwards, like, living in separate abodes, there should be remorse, there should be an apology. Something was done, cross-watcher, something was done against your better judgment, and you have so much love for this person, and you're not okay with things how they are now, and it's like you're ignoring the call to act. There's something needs to be said or done now, It's weird, isn't it? Because after this Fool, we've still got these Swords cards, so it does feel like there's been ongoing disputes since this happened. Tension, verbal disagreements, arguments, back and forth, so I think because if you got to co-parent, if it's like a situation like Christina's and you got to co-parent, for everyone's sake, for your own sanity, but for like practical reasons, for legal reasons, you've got to, for your heart and for your health, but for all kind of reasons, you got to find a way to kind of get things aired out and then calm down and then get practical. Or if you feel like you really want to salvage a relationship, then you've got to really put yourself out there and go raw with it, and like make a huge grand gesture and declaration and you know what I mean? It's time to act. So let's get a message from them. Or, sometimes like a person will cheat and they don't know what they want. Well, get your fucking head straight. Do you know what I mean? It could be that. It could be like, you need to get your fucking head straight. Like, what do you want? Like, why did you do that? You can't do both. People cannot do both, but I get why people try to do both, because they don't want to let their kids down. They don't want to, have them look at them like, you're a piece of shit, or they don't want, to not be living with their children anymore. Like, that's understandable. But if you don't love the adult in the house, then you can co-parent from outside the house. It's not fair to still live with a person and let them feel unloved, because it suits you to be around the children or have a big place to live in. Like, you got to play fair, haven't you? You got to be honest. And all people, really, if they're honest, they do know whether they love someone or not anymore, and when that stopped. You hurt me, let me go. Everything that happened hurt me so much, I need more time to heal. Let me go, you deserve all the good things in this world, and right now I'm not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. Don't know what to make of that, really. I don't know what to make of that, really. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it says you hurt me. Is their message to you? Let me go. Like, you know, I'm not in a space to give you the connection you deserve. I get. But you hurt me. It's like, I don't know if, like, you gave them what for or something. And maybe that explains that, but... or something went on before the cheating, but I just really don't know. Just find it bizarre. Or they tried to come back and you've rejected them, you know, and yeah, I don't know. Let's get another one. So this is their message to you. I am quiet to protect you from my ego. Okay, so they might be someone who's liable to say things they're going to regret, or they find it difficult to be culpable, or you know, take accountability, take responsibility, to say sorry, to show their face, you know. I mean, people feel like shit, don't they, having to, like, face up to stuff like this, so... it ain't going to be pretty walking into, you know, the kitchen to talk about something like that, or meeting up wherever, somewhere neutral to talk about it. It's not going to be pretty. Let's get one more message card. There is so much unhealed trauma that I need to deal with. They've got some issues on their side, which doesn't excuse anything. But I don't know if you're aware of it. You might be aware of it. You may not be aware of it. But they have some sort of unhappiness within them. And it's something to do with them as a child, a teenager, or a young adult. Or an ongoing thing. Hurt people hurt other people, right? That's the thing that people say. What's the messy truth? No contact zone, enforced distance, silence game, still attached. So this person's gone quiet. Maybe they'll gain a new perspective after that time, you know, of hermiting. Let's clarify. Secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. Oh my God, is this resonating, Christina? He didn't want to do therapy. Oh. And he has got trauma. A lot of people have trauma, don't they? So many people have it and they don't actually, like, get the proper help for it until, like, many years later, like decades later, and some never do. because it's very uncomfortable to face it. It's not comfortable. Fluttering heart, your passion leads you to the love you desire. Copycat. Someone is trying to copy you. They want to look like you. They're trying to exhibit the aspects and traits that you have, the behaviours that you have, your style, how you respond and react to things, the way you speak. Someone's got like an inferiority complex, like they think they need to mimic you to be liked by him. Or her. I'm getting too invested in Christina's situation. Basically, the other man or the other woman is trying to imitate you. They think they've got to be, which suggests that they've spoken a lot about you whilst they're around them, because it's making them feel like they're getting like an inferiority complex. And you are obviously like the person that is like the main love of their life. If they're trying to copy you and be like you, it's because this person going on about you all the time. Do you know what I mean? You dominate, so... Reconciliation, harmony, resolving issues, getting back together. Childish, immature, argumentative, playing the victim. Bloody hell. I don't often get that one for coming out of that. What deck is that? Broken Mirror. Yeah, it does seem like someone that's not very, like, mature if they're acting childish and then saying, you hurt me, and they cheated. It's like, what? And you've, like, tried to go to counselling with them? That's bizarre. They've not learnt their lessons, have they? Definitely not. Oh my god. There are things I never got the chance to tell you. I strongly feel like there's so much that needs to be said with this Ace of Swords in the outcome, in the challenge position, the judgment reversed. There's so much stuff that needs to be spoken about and said. And it's not to justify, it's to try to clarify certain issues that this person carries with them, and they've carried all their life. They do need to talk about it. They definitely do, because at the moment, what happens with trauma is people do their response to something goes over and above what is appropriate. So they don't just go quiet a little bit. They might just fucking shut off from the rest of the world for like months and months. You know, the trauma response is over and above what is appropriate. It's, you know, they're traumatized, so they react to things in a very extreme kind of way. And what I don't have here is, you know, sex shop or anything, you know, normally you get, let me show you what like the other cards are like. I know you watch regularly, Christina, but I'm like reading for like the collective as well. But you get things like you know, like karma, because this person's like running around getting up to all sorts. You get toxic behaviour, desire, lust, someone who loves being in the spotlight too much, an affair, controversy, Netflix and chill, which is like cheating vibes, the ex, you know, getting caught, someone trying to live a double life, someone getting distracted by other people, tempted by other people, someone who's like, you know, receiving bad karma or homosexual red flags, like karmic stuff. Someone who's surrounded by toxic people. There's not a lot too negative there, and I'm not saying it's okay what this person done, but I do think it's because of trauma. I'm not getting fake apologies or someone who just needs money and a place to like have a roof over their head. I'm not getting, you know, that they're slutting around with loads of different people, like a man slag or a slut. I'm not getting that. That one comes out loads in my readings, absolutely loads. It might be me. Might be me. I'm the common denominator. You know, that one comes out loads. So all the sexual ones come out loads, and nothing like that's come out. So I don't think it's really to do with that. I think it's there's definitely something deeper going on with this person, but they are like, you know, broken. So maybe it helps to know that they are upset, they are distressed, and they do have a really serious problem in some way to do with childhood and wounds. But it doesn't reduce the damage that someone's done to you and yours. It's not to negate that whatsoever. But the message in this spread is that someone needs to speak up. They need to open up, and they need to share more things that happened, things that were done, things, you know, that are sort of underlying to this situation and what's happened, the root cause of it. What's the karmic lesson? Not everyone is meant to stay. Some souls are here to teach. So he's going to learn a lot about himself through losing you. Okay. Talking back to the collective now, this person, whoever's on this side, whoever's the cross watcher, is going to learn a lot about what they've done to Virgo, and you can't always just get the person back, and you can hurt a really good thing, you know, for good. But it's if the minimum that comes out of it is someone becomes reflective and they start having therapy and they start having counselling and they start journaling and they start really trying to understand like when this began or why they did this thing or what is bubbling up within them, at least it shows some sense of self-awareness and trying to understand, trying to evolve, culpability. I would have, I would have more respect for somebody that does that as a result of this kind of situations, kind of scenario where they've done something against their better judgment, they knew better, and it causes an ending. If it is trauma, stems from trauma, then you can't just kind of say that and do that against the next person or walk away scot-free. You've got to like sit down and think about what you've done and why you've done it and work on it and work through it, haven't you? Especially if you want to come anywhere near, like you can't be having a conversation about getting back together if you don't know why you're doing stuff. That's just weird. No one's going to do that. Let's get the parts of me deck. So the first one's going to be for Virgo and the second one's going to be for the cross-watcher or the person in this reading. So Virgo, you've got knowledge collector, gathers information to feel prepared and secure. That's so Virgo. Sacred presence connects you to something greater. So you're trusting, okay, in the wider plan. You're feeling like there must be some reason why this happened, or, a deeper meaning to the connection. At least if it teaches this person about themselves and holds a mirror up to them, and maybe you'll move on and find, a better life for yourself. Like, if not with another person, then just separate away from, from this. It's look at this for me. Knowledge collector and sacred presence is like, like turning to spirituality, looking for, reasons why this could have happened, and like a profound undertone to events in our lives. Like it's you are a reflective sign, Virgo. You are the Hermit. That's your major arcana. And you do reflect, you analyse things because you like to make sense of things. You're very sapio-sexual and intellectual and reflective, very reflective. And a bit scary when scorned. My mum's terrifying. Virgos go with, vengeance and vendetta. Watch out. Terrifying. Right, they are showing up as well, maybe this is something he has to do by himself, and then you can work towards getting therapy as a family. Maybe he has to do it individually, and that's like really important. Just because someone goes off with another person doesn't mean they're going to remain. Oh God, Christine. Hide all the knives. People are confused. They don't know if they'll be reaccepted. They're ashamed. They're dealing with their own sense of guilt. Their internal compass is spinning around. Okay, they have no grounding. They've, essentially detonated the home that they were living in. So it's a melting pot of emotions afterwards, and I think it could possibly make it worse if you are nice to the person, because their self-loathing increases. So I think you got to give them space and time, and hopefully they get counselling. It's lost souls. It's very lost souls. Don't get me wrong, you do get philanderers, but they tend to go through people like the hot dinners, don't they? And they have multiple people on the go, and they're just a scoundrel and a scunner. But someone who's got trauma that never really got healed, that's something separate, that's something different. We don't want to facilitate it, we want to, we can't just fix people. It's something broken that they have to, work on. I don't know what his issues are, but I'm dealing with someone who's completely in separate pieces, and I don't know if he'll ever be put back together, to be honest. I really don't know. Very concerning. This person has got wise guide, offers clarity and deep inner wisdom. Oh my God, check this out. I know you're gardening, but look at this. Or watch it later. An eye for an eye. You're both looking to spirituality and wisdom. You're looking outward and inward, I feel like this one's about getting grounded and rooted down and finding yourself again. And this is like, what's the universe planning for me? Like, it's more outward. Okay. Karma will take care of it. Oh God. I mean, karma does take care of it, because people don't tend to have a really good, they don't have good luck when they've wronged somebody that was benign and loving. When they wrong someone who's benign and loving, even if it's because of trauma or something, they tend to suffer financially, emotionally, physically. It comes out in loads of different ways. So karma does serve its revenge, but the self-loathing is probably the worst thing for people to live with, I think. I mean, if they're immature and their ego's kind of stopping them from taking any responsibility, they could be, narcissistic. People can have some narcissistic traits without being a full-blown, karmic dickhead, but I'll let you decide. I'm just going to let you decide. Let's get some crystal healing. I think we need it. Karmic dickhead is not an original. It's not trademarked. It's I watched The Empress of Energy. She's fucking hilarious. She says karmic dickhead. I was laughing. Oh, how pretty is that? Opal. What it is, opals are well hydrated, amorphous mineraloids. What? Precious opals are lusted after for their rainbow sparkle, aka diffraction. Common opals form a range of colours and can deliver sensations that are anything but common. Who needs it? The all-black wardrobe set can benefit. This is Christina. And Mary Redbeard. Yeah, the black wardrobe set. Sharpening your knives. Understandably. Please don't hurt me. With its bold pop of colour and spiritual protection, you can benefit from opal. Not so prolific artists can ride fire opals burn. Where to put it? General rule, white and blue vibe with the head, pink vibes with the heart, and black vibes with the lower abdomen. I don't know what that means. When to use it, when you have something like, come near me and I'll chop your bollocks off or something. When to use it, when you have something that needs to get moving, a project, a relationship, an energetic block. Feel all your feels, okay? Get yourself some opal, love. Both of you need to get opal and just like distribute it everywhere. With the black bit over your bits and pieces. Do I need to get anything else? Should we get a card for new love just in case you like screw him or her? Should we put a poll in just before, like, we haven't got much time, but will it let me do another one? Let's do a new one. Are you part of the black wardrobe crew? Okay, new love. Let me do this person getting in contact for those that want it. Okay, this person getting in contact, and the one that's in the reading, the one that did something against the better judgment, when will they be in contact, and then we'll get new love after. Not anytime soon. Sod you then. Probably too scared. New love. Obsessing over timing creates blocks. Refocus and stop waiting for it. Release the need to control the situation, and then you've got winter time. Okay, so in a couple of months, I think people are not safe at the moment, so that's probably why. Let's get a Japan day. Tranquil harmony. Seek knowledge and understanding. Okay, so maybe you should stay in hermit mode for a bit longer. You are knowledge collector. Seek knowledge and understanding. Okay, so sometimes, yeah, intellectualizing things, finding a reason why can help you. It helps me. That's why I do tarot. That's why I do all the clarifiers, all the messages, all the oracles, and all the advice cards, because the karmic lessons, not everyone is meant to stay. Some souls are here to teach. Put your boundaries up. I think you have done. And don't forget your Wheel of Fortune was in the upright position. So you've definitely got your boundaries up, but you're looking for lessons to learn, deeper meanings. Could there be a reason why you were brought this connection? Could there be a reason for them why they were brought this connection? Look for the deeper meaning, and sometimes it can help. Sometimes it can help because you just think, well, it wasn't all for nothing then. It wasn't all for nothing. But yeah, if you're like, I'm so over this shit and I just want someone new, winter is when you're getting them. But you're a bit dangerous at the moment. You're too hot to touch. There's smoke coming out your ears and your head spinning round. Oh dear. Right, I'm gonna go and get my dinner because I got shouted at. Mum's a Virgo and she's found a way to not let me make my own dinners anymore. I should vote as well because I'm actually polychrome. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Listening and watching and joining in. If anyone wants a personal reading, they are £25. It's minimum 30 minutes, but usually goes right over because that's just who I am. I got very invested and started digging through all my boxes and getting all different kinds of oracle decks out and stuff like that to treat you. So if you do want a personal reading, email me at jen3585@gmail.com, or you can direct message on TikTok or Instagram. I have a website with all testimonials from my clients, my lovely clients, and they'll tell you how happy they are with my services and that I was spot on. And you can connect with me on like other platforms because I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and I am reachable through Instagram as well. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a lovely rest of your evening or day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll be on tomorrow to do Libra and Scorpio. We're up to, aren't we? Have I missed out a sign? I haven't, have I? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Libra and Scorpio. That's right. Libra and Scorpio will be on next tomorrow. Okay. I don't know what time because I'm just being a bit mad this week. It's rebellion, guys. It's rebellion because I'm back to work in a few days. I'm back in on Tuesday. All right. Take care and I'll see you in the next one. Please give me a like before you go and drop me a comment. Let me know if it resonates or you like my vibe. Thank you.